The Dead Pair Podcast is brought to you by Kolar Arms, America's competition shotgun, and is fueled by Fiocchi.
Welcome to the Dead Pair Podcast, coming in hot with everything you want to hear about sporting clays. With your hosts, Jason Rambo.
This is what I had to work with, everyone.
And Sean Alley.
Like I said, I was just thirsty.
Oh, boy.
Often imitated, but never duplicated. It's the Dead Pair Podcast. It's showtime.
Welcome back, everyone. We have two special guests with us today. We have Mr. June Vergara from LA Clays and Jake Spangler from Rocky Creek. What's up, fellas?
Doing good, Jace. How about you?
Doing real good. June, you with us there, bud?
Yes, sir. I'm doing great. How about you, Jason?
Good. I'm just making sure you didn't hang up on me already. I mean, I don't know how much you've been
here.
I don't know how much you've been talking to Sean. He might have recommended that. So, well, guys, this is awesome. Of course, big announcement here is the Dead Pair Blast. But let's start with this, June. How you been? How's things been out in L.A.?
It's a bit hectic. It's a lot of moving around stuff. We're getting a lot of these big storms. We're getting hit by the storms, and as you know, the backside of the course, it tends to get flooded every time we get those. So we always pull those machines out of there before the storm. So it's a lot of moving stuff, and Olympic stuff. It's just hectic, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good point. You guys got Olympics coming there in 2 years. You're probably already starting to make preparations, right?
Yes, sir. It's in the works.
Goodness. And what about you, Jake? I know you just got the family moved down right before Christmas.
Yep. Everybody got here Christmas Eve, got into the house a week later. So everybody's getting settled. Kids had their first day of school yesterday, which is wonderful. Weather's great compared to Central Ohio in January. I think it was 75 degrees today. So nobody's going to complain about that.
Nope. Nobody's going to complain about that one.
I mean, and when the weather's like that, and I'm sure June can attest, the parking lot tends to get pretty full pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I was just had Sean on the podcast last week, and he was like, complaining it was 30 degrees there that day and everything. He's like, the snow finally melted, but now it's cold again. And I just sitting there smiling, and he's like, shut up, I don't want to hear it. So I'm like, hey man, you're the one that decided to stay up there, not me. But
it's a good thing you come to Central Ohio in the summertime, because in the winter it can be kind of depressing.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
For
Well,
sure.
it's 63 degrees right here in Los Angeles, so can't complain.
Well, that's target shooting weather right there. So, so we are talking about the Dead Pair Blast tonight, and just so everybody understands, we're going to have two. We're going to have an East and a West, and we're starting off in the West at LA Clays in California. And June, what is the town? It's not technically LA that it's in.
Yeah, so it's basically East LA. We're about 15 miles away from downtown. The town is called South El Monte.
Okay.
South El Monte, California.
Gotcha. So the first one will be April 3rd and 4th, which is a Friday and a Saturday. And then we got to wait till the end of the year for Jake's place, which will be December 11th and 12th at Rocky Creek in Richburg. Is that right, Jake? Richburg, South Carolina?
Beautiful Richburg, South Carolina.
Beautiful Richburg, South Carolina. All right, so here's what we're going to do, because I wanted to make it so that way, if anybody was traveling and they had, a tight schedule, they wanted to get on a plane Sunday morning, we made it so you can shoot both legs of the main in the same day, or you could do it between Friday and Saturday. We're going to have two 75 bird mains, a 50 bird 5-stand, and a 50 bird super sporting. The main event is $25 back to class in both locations, and both of the side events are $10 back to class. And the one thing I didn't discuss with you, June, is, Jake and I have talked about doing a long bird. Do you think we could set that up there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We do that all the time.
Yeah, we do like a little long bird side game. I think,
Yeah.
Jake, you said you've got a True Pair Challenge, or like a running True Pair Challenge that stays open all year or a part of the year.
Yeah, it's stable. We're going to host it at every single one of our NSCA events this year.
Okay.
$20 get you 10 targets. If you break all 10, you get what is the rolling pot. We've got some added money from a member of ours. So if we do our job correctly, by the end of the year, that pot could be pretty sizable.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
so for the Dead Pair Blast, we're going to have 150 bird main, which will consist of two mains, actually, 275 bird mains, 50 bird super sporting, and a 50 bird 5-stand. $25 back to class on the main and $10 back to class on the side events. So here's the thing, because there's an odd bird, right? It's 75 birds. There's going to be a 2-shot single on each one of the courses. So, and we're talking about doing something a little special for that, but we'll get to that here in a minute. All of the sponsors have stepped up big time. Let me run down through this list. This is a big one. This is what our sponsors are doing for both of these East and West tournaments. So, first off, Kolar Arms is donating 2 sub-gauge tube sets. Now, that's 1 set to each tournament, East Coast and West Coast. And unless it's specified otherwise, your main event entry is going to go into a hat and they're going to be random draws. So kind of like a door prize. You know what I'm saying, Jake?
Way to step up, Sean Mainland.
Right. So yeah, if you don't shoot a Kolar, you can send your barrels and they'll fit the tube set to your barrels. But this is pretty cool. A full length 2 sub-gauge set for your gun. Fiocchi is donating to the Longbird competition for both shoots. They're going to provide ammo, and class winners from the main event, both East Coast and West Coast, will receive a flat of little rhinos. Ranger is donating glasses that will be part of the door prize for both shoots. Taconic Distilleries, they are going to do a bottle of the pre-made old fashioned to each class winner of the main event for the West Coast round at LA Clays, and at the East Coast round, they are going to provide a cocktail hour on Friday night. And I know Jake's going to be all about that.
We'll have a good time with that in South Carolina, Jason.
Yes, sir. Atlas Traps, they are donating a single stack AT-50 to each event. Again, that'll be a door prize draw. Rhino Chokes, 6 $500 gift cards, 3 to each shoot. So 3 $500 gift cards for each, the East Coast and West Coast event. Gun and Trophy Insurance has donated to the purse. So what we're going to do, both the LA Clays event and the Rocky Creek event will have $1,000 that'll be divided evenly amongst the classes. And that money will be added to the back to class money. Score Chaser is donating swag packs along with a pro account upgrade certificate in there. So if you have everybody has a Score Chaser account, but if you don't have the pro account, this is going to be pretty cool. The certificate's going to allow you to upgrade. If you already have it, you can add to your renewal. So Bear Pelt is donating a gift card for $220, which will get you a custom vest for each event. Not each event, each tournament. Odo Pro, a $500 gift card for each tournament. And then El Jefe is going to be there with product, both East Coast and West Coast. I don't know if they will personally be there or if they're shipping product. I think they're going to try and be at the LA Clays event because they're based out of California. But he told me the one in South Carolina might be a little bit more tricky for him to be at. So they're going to have some product there. And then, not a sponsor of ours, Pro Grip, they're actually donating 2 cases of their Pro Grip enhancer so I can do some random draws for that as well. Jake, everybody has stepped up huge for this, and this is incredible. I really appreciate everything the sponsors are doing for us.
Yeah, Jace. Without them, without their support, it'd be a challenge, and everybody's got a chance to win something, right?
Right, exactly. I mean, whether you win your class or not, just being there and being registered for the main event, you've got a chance at winning something. This is really cool, and just really cannot say thank you enough to our sponsors. Thank you to them, and hey, I hope this makes for a great shoot, based off of what they've done.
Yeah, I think I think you're bringing it to them, Jace. I really do. I think this is the start or the continuation. I was at the very first Dead Bear Blast at Vero, and it was awesome. Everybody had a great time. They stuck around. Let's hope we can create the same thing in South Carolina and in LA.
Absolutely.
And in LA.
Yeah. When you wait a minute, you said you're coming to the LA round, right?
Trying to. It's going to be a challenge. We start picking up there. Grass needs cut. Going to be a challenge.
Right. No, I understand.
It's a long ways.
But back to the shoot itself, in addition to the the 3 events, we're going to have your typical Lewis and class options, and there's also going to be an East and West option, East versus West, and we'll also have a high all-around per class. So if you shoot all of the events, the main, the super sporting, and the 5-stand, you can gamble on yourself for a high all-around for just your class. That's not against, the whole tournament. We've already got some added money from the sponsors that we're going to throw into the back-to-class money. So we could be looking at a pretty sizable purse here. So, Jake, what do you think? You've put on a lot of events. You and June both have. What's your opinion on this so far, how we've got it structured?
I think it's good, Jace. I think the people in South Carolina and hopefully across the country will travel. But I think we've got enough added money to draw. And again, it's all about the experience, right? At the end of the day, nobody's winning a giant life-changing amount of money, but you will get a bunch of your stuff covered if you are fortunate enough to perform well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's the perfect, April here in LA. It's beautiful. Bring your family, bring your kids, bring the wife, take them to Disneyland or, Knott's Berry Farm. That'll be the perfect month to visit LA.
It's funny you say that, June, because we did the motocross pro-am deal out there in California, and I brought a friend of mine, Zach Kaiser, over from Ohio, and then we had Clayton Nance come in from Texas, and they both spent some time like outside of shooting in the local areas and all the stuff there is to do, and they had a blast. I mean, they were sending me as many pictures of that as they were the shoot, right? Like, they loved it. In fact, Clayton brought his family, and they all went to Disney, and they went and toured, he's still into motocross. They went and toured some motocross shops there, and he had a blast. He had a great time. So
yeah,
there's a lot to do out there. That's for sure.
Yes, sir.
I think it's kind of cool, kind of iconic that people can come shoot where the Olympics is going to be in 2 years, right?
Yep.
You always got that boost going on. Jake, I'll tell you what, let me go back, June. What's the closest airport if somebody's wanting to come in and shoot this event? What's the closest airport for them to fly into?
Well, so Burbank will be the closest one. And then, of course, LAX. And then you have John Wayne, which is in Orange County. And that's it. Those are the most accessible airports really close to the range. Burbank, LAX, and John Wayne in Orange County.
Okay. Now, while I got you on the hook here, I had a gentleman write to me and was concerned that he couldn't get ammo and he couldn't come into California with his gun and all that. I'm like, whoa. I don't know where this is coming from. I've flown into California 4 different times now with my firearm and never had a problem. I always fly into Orange County, John Wayne, and it's so easy. The process is.
It's that misconception,
Yes.
It's actually if you're not from California, it's super easy. Actually, it's a lot harder for us Californians to buy ammunition in California than you guys that are out of state.
Well, he made that comment. He said, my brother-in-law, I think he said it was his brother-in-law, he said he didn't have an ammunition license, so we couldn't get ammo if I come over there. I'm like, what are you talking about? Go to the club and buy the ammo you want to shoot with, right? So,
yep, exactly.
Speaking of that, June, you're going to have plenty of ammo on hand, correct?
Oh yeah, we will have multiple brands of ammunition available for the shoot, that for sure.
Okay, what about golf carts? Plenty of those on hand?
Yeah, so we don't have a lot of golf carts, but the good thing about our courses is you can basically park your vehicle and walk about 100 yards, and you're there.
Yeah.
So you don't really need a golf cart.
Right. I'm trying to think. Okay, there's a plethora of hotels around LA Clays. I can vouch for that.
Yep.
So airport, hotels, ammo, golf cart. I think we got that one covered. What about you, Jake? What's going to be the closest airport somebody's coming over to Rocky Creek in December?
You go to Charlotte Douglas International, which is, you can be to Rocky Creek in under 40 minutes. Or you could fly into Columbia Metro, and that's probably closer to an hour.
Okay.
Real easy. Right up 77, where the entrance to the club is a little under 2 miles off the interstate. And so easy commute.
Okay. Hotels close by?
Yeah. Rock Hill, South Carolina is going to be the mainstay, I would imagine.
Okay.
We've got some that are close, couple exits, one exit north, one exit south, but you're gonna find accommodations within a half hour.
All right. Golf carts. Do you have plenty of golf carts?
We will have plenty of golf carts available because beautiful Richburg, South Carolina has got some terrain features that will require some golf carts and some travel.
You're not wanting to do a hiking event with a shotgun.
No, sir. We don't want anybody to have to hike if they don't want to.
Yeah. And then ammo, you got plenty of ammo available, or will have? We
will have all the Kinetic Group offerings you could think of, Remington Federal, Fiocchi. I know you're a big fan of Fiocchi.
Yes, sir.
Of course, Winchester Game Bore.
Nice.
We'll have it all.
Good deal. And so, like I said, the sponsor list, pretty much every one of our sponsors is doing something. What's been donated so far has been incredible. And every single thing that the sponsors give me is going right back to the shooters. Every bit of it. As an example, we've already had one of them put up $2,000. I'm splitting that in two, and each $1,000 is going to add to the back to class money in every class at both shoots. So we're not doing an HOA. It's all per class. So you are 100% competing against the people in your class. And all the money is going to go right back to you. This is really cool. And I think it's, this is something we want to build on. I mean, we hem-hauled back and forth with $50 back to class, which we had tried before a previous Dead Pair Blast. And I think you said it best, Jake, crawl before we walk type thing, right? Build it and they'll come.
Always build it and they'll come.
Right.
Just ask June.
Yeah.
June
I agree.
June's building it right now. In a couple of years, they'll come.
Right.
That's right. Yeah. That's the thing. Consistency. That's the most important thing is consistency.
Yeah. Now, one polar opposite from coast to coast is, Jake, we've already talked, you're going to have trappers for everything, but June, you will not, because it's pretty much self-policed out there. And I can tell you, as somebody that's been out there and competed, listen, if you fart, somebody's going to smell it. Okay. Like you're not getting away with anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a minimum, correct me if I'm wrong, June, a minimum of 3 people on your squad.
Yep. It's minimum 3, and it's probably going to be a 5-man squad, pretty much. Minimum 3.
Yeah. Okay. And now you will have obviously you'll have a trapper for the 5 stand.
Yeah. So we'll have trapper for the 5 stand, but no trappers for main and super.
Okay.
You pull your own.
Yeah. The longbird competition, the way we've done it in the past, you get 6 birds, all of them are pairs. And basically it's almost like a 50-50, right? So like 50% of the entry fee goes towards the purse. We did this at the last Dead Pair Blast we did, and in fact I think JP Tam of the Clay Lab won it, and I think he walked out there with $620. So, and that was a small event, so potential for some money there too. But we'll have that shoot off at the end of Saturday. We're talking about doing some other fun things too. Another polar opposite, Jake, you had talked about having a dinner at your shoot. Is that correct, on Saturday?
Southern hospitality, my man. We're going to feed them.
Okay.
Right. We've tossed around the idea of doing a cocktail hour. Taconic wants to support that. It's all about the experience. It's all about the experience.
And now, June, from where you're at, you're used to people wanting to just kind of like a la carte purchase over there, correct?
Yeah, so we have a full-on cafe. It's going to be open pretty much all day, and We
Okay.
can, it's available all day for purchase.
Okay. Just a quick editor's note. After this recording, I was informed by June that he will have lunch both Friday and Saturday for those that are registered in the main event. So plan on a lunch for LA Clay's West Coast Dead Pair Blast. Cool. So 2 awesome events, 2 vastly different locations on complete opposite sides of the country. This is really cool. I mean, we're doing East versus West this year. Who knows what this could blow into? This might be north, south, east, west next year. So, and we hope to go right back to the same 2 clubs again next year and just keep building it bigger and better each year.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see the target quality you set first, Jason.
Oh, yeah.
I want you back.
I guess we didn't talk about that. So the target setters for LA Clays are going to be myself and Chad Roberts. And then on the East Coast for Mr. Jake Spangler, it'll be myself, Chad Roberts, and or Mr. Sean Alley himself. He's putting it on the calendar. He's going to do his best to be there. Hopefully the big man is there and can help set some targets. But yeah, we're going to be the target setters for the event. Extensive talks with Chad about this. We want to do something that's fun yet challenging. We're going to try and set some different stuff you're not used to seeing, especially at each club. But we're not going to throw anything over the top. We want people to break targets and have fun. But, if you're in D class, you're not walking out with 100 straight, but you're probably not going to walk out of there with a 90 either. So, we're going to keep it fun, but, it should fall into place correctly for each class. I don't know. I think it'd be cool to see an HOA of about a 96, 97 at both places. That tells me people are breaking targets and having a good time. And as long as the numbers fall in line going down through the classes, I think it'll be where it should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so what's been new with you, June? You're talking about all this weather you're getting out there. You got some tournaments coming up?
Yeah. So, the first weekend of the month is our shoot dates for our NSCA registered shoots. It's always the first weekend of the month. So usually we throw about, 150 to 200 birds per event. Yeah. So basically, 12 shoots, 13 shoots a year.
Okay. You guys play for some money out there. Chad and I have done a podcast on that a while back about payouts and shoots. Do you have anything coming up where there's some added money going into back to class or anything like that? Any big shoots?
We're planning on it. So, we're actually doing a combo shoot with another gun club. It's going to be the first combo shoot for the year, which is Rahagi's. I'm not sure if you've been there, but it's a nice facility and they throw good targets. So we're doing a combo shoot there with some added money. So it could be big.
Very cool. Yeah, I remember when I was out there in December, you guys were talking about that, and that's kind of exciting. I might even have to fly out for that one because
yes, sir.
I know what to expect from both clubs, and I love shooting both clubs. So Chad might.
Thank you.
Chad might get an extra guest on his couch that weekend. What about you, Jake? What's new? What's coming?
So both of our next NSCA registered tournaments land right before Mega Blasts, I guess is what the NSCA calls them now. February 7th, we've got our Valentine's Day shoot, and it's the Saturday before the Jack Links Cup starts. And then in March, the Saturday before the Gator Cup starts, we've got another NSCA registered event.
Nice.
We're doing back class stuff. 200 targets available at both of them. There'll be a 100 target main, 100 target prelim. As most people know from the area, right? The food at Rocky Creek is always pretty top notch, which is one of the reasons that I fell in here. And I was like, this is good because, as you know, Jace, if it is one thing I do not skimp on, it is feeding everyone.
Yes, I know that. That was the one thing I wish. Well, and he could still experience it. Come to Rocky Creek, but I wish June would have seen some of the shoots that Jake had put on in the past up at Cardinal. I mean, if you left there hungry, something's wrong. Like you
I heard of it. I've heard of it. You know, Jake's well known for that.
Well, the saying or the sentence that Jake told me many years ago, probably 10 years ago, that still rings true in my head all the time is, we are in the hospitality business.
Yeah.
People want to be entertained, especially it's more so on the East Coast. I've noticed, June, is, you guys, trappers are not a priority because you guys have learned how to self-police it and keep people from cheating.
Yep.
But also like the dinners is not so much of a big thing on the West Coast as they are the East Coast. And, that's one of the things. Amenities, just little stuff I've noticed from East to West that, is more thought of than what it is from one coast to the other. It's interesting.
June's got his own set of challenges, right? Like June's east of LA. Everybody's commute is going to be longer.
Yeah.
Whether it's 15 miles or they got to go 75. Traffic is going to
right.
To provide challenges, right? And the fact that he can't really market to game trappers has forced people on the West Coast to adapt.
Yeah.
Adapt and overcome to do what they love to do.
Yep. You're 100% right.
That's a good point. And June, I'm sure that's probably the reason why people don't stick around for dinners and stuff, because they got to get on the road. I mean, if they're traveling 30 miles, it could take them an hour and a half to get home.
Yeah, that's the main reason for sure.
Yeah.
It's 15 miles, 20 miles, 30 miles, it will take you at least an hour to get home.
Yeah.
At least an hour. Yeah.
I forget where Chad and I were going. We were on the 5 freeway and I looked down at his GPS on his dash and it said 29 miles and like another hour and 10 minutes left in the trip. I'm like, what is going on? He's like, you'll see. We went down and around a bend and there we sat. We might as well just put it in park for about 20 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
So
welcome to LA.
Yeah, welcome to LA. No. But no, sincerely, I want to thank both of you for doing this and for hosting the Dead Pair Blast. I'm excited about it. We've got some swag up on our website. Go to thedeadpair.com, click on the swag button. I'm going to have some specific Dead Pair Blast merchandise available before the shoot. I'm hoping that I can order some and have it there. Just understand I'm probably coming out by myself, so somebody manning some kind of a booth and selling stuff just probably isn't going to happen. But you can always get you some Dead Pair swag around each one of the Dead Pair Blast events. And of course, regular Dead Pair gear all year long. But yeah, check it out. We've definitely got some cool stuff. And I know Jake's already looking right now. I can see him. Nobody can see what I can see. I can see him on the computer screen. He's looking to see what he's going to tell me he wants out of that store. So
Jason, just a reminder. We're working on the Score Chaser thing right now. So it will be, it should be up and running, live pretty much a week from now. So
by the time
keep an eye on it.
Yeah, by the time they hear this, it'll be up then.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Good deal. Same way with you, Jake?
Same, sir.
Good
Same.
Deal. Awesome. Well, fellas, this has been a short one, but thank you both. I just checked the email right before we came on. I don't have any attorney talk to let anybody in on this week, but I do want to thank you both. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We've got a huge list of them. I'm begging everybody to please go to our website or even go right down in the show description, visit each one of these sponsors, see why we brag about them each and every week. We've got some new sponsors. We've got some sponsors that came back to us after being on a little break. Can't blame them with the way the economy was the last few years. So I completely understand why they had to take a break. But also, I am going to put links to both LA Clays and Rocky Creek right down in the show description. You can go to both of their websites, check out everything they have to offer. I'm sure there's contact information on both of them, right, fellas? If somebody has got questions that they're not finding an answer to.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
And you can always email me. You can hit the contact button on our website. Of course, we're on all the social media. Give Sean and I a holler if there's any questions about this shoot that you have, or even visiting one of these clubs. I've been out to LA Clays a few times, and Rocky Creek's going to be a new frequented destination. Is that a word? Frequented?
Let's go, baby.
Frequent
Let's go.
destination. So, hey, Jake, are you going to have any nighttime targets out there soon?
Oh yeah, Jace.
Ooh.
Yeah, November. Let me look at my calendar real quick. 'Cause we were just
Oh, he's already got one booked. Listen to this stuff, June.
discussing that. November 7th of this year, a
November.
Halloween tournament. We're going to have, we'll offer 200 targets during the day.
Yeah.
Very similar to what we've done in the past, Chase, that you and I have collaborated on.
Yeah.
And then at 6 o'clock at night, standard, we'll light up one course. We'll see how it goes. If the reviews are anything like what I expect them to be in the future, we might light up two.
Nice.
Or three. Or who knows?
Nice.
You know,
Jake,
if you build it, they will come.
Yes. I heard somebody say that once before. June, do you guys have restrictions out there as far as like times and stuff like that?
We do, yeah, because, we're kind of like set on a certain schedule, because of our neighbors, they complain about if we open too late, and still shooting, we get freaking calls from our next door neighbors there, so yeah.
So a night shoot's probably not going to work at LA Clays, is what you're saying.
Yeah, we do have, the one day, so Thursdays is our late day. Mm-hmm. So we're open until 8 p.m. on Thursday nights.
Okay.
So we have lights on our skeet fields and draft fields, but we do not have lights on our sporting clay scores. So we throw 5-stand. We have a 5-stand league on Thursday nights and stuff like that. But other than that, we can't pass past 8 o'clock.
Gotcha. Well, you're gonna have to come out to Jake's night shoot. It's something to see.
I'll definitely give it a try.
Yeah, this was the first year. Well, 25 was the first year I've missed a night shoot since its inception, Jake. And
9 years on that one, Jake.
Wow,
hard to believe.
Yeah. Well, now now everybody's doing the glow clays and all that. Are you going to get into that stuff too, Jake? Or
yeah, our first one. I think we started taking reservations for that 7 days ago. We had 20 spots available. We only opened it to membership to begin with.
Okay.
Just to, create content and do all the fun stuff and to make our members feel special because we do appreciate their business. We appreciate them being there. We appreciate them treating Rocky Creek like their home. And that's how we wanted to treat it, right? Yeah. So February 7th, right after we get done shooting registered stuff, we're going to open up and shoot a little bit of glow clays. But I think we've got limited availability left for the first time. Time change probably happens. We'll probably shut that off because we don't want to run late. We don't want to have issues with our members or issues with our neighbors like June's out there watching out for. So we'll shut it off and then we'll kick that sucker back on probably right after the time changes again. So we get through the night shoot this year and we'll kick the glow stuff back on.
Nice. Hey, one thing I forgot to ask both you guys. June, you had said on Sunday, the Dead Pro Blast is on Friday, Saturday on each location. Mm-hmm. On Sunday, you were going to open it up to some practice. Do you have any kind of pricing set for that or anything in mind what you're going to do?
Yeah, so it's going to be discounted price, for the shooters that would like to come out and reshoot the course on Sunday. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So they like some kind of a set, XYZ targets for this price or whatever. Okay, cool. What about you, Jake? Are you going to be open on Sunday after the shoot? People want to stick around, take lessons?
We will be open for Sunday after the shoot. And what we'll probably do, Jason, is something along the lines, if they participated, we'll offer discounted targets as well.
Okay.
We don't want to sell you short, my man. We want them, if they participated and supported the Dead Pair Blast, we'll gladly let them shoot at a discounted rate. If they want all of what Jason Rambo and Chad Roberts and Sean Alley have to offer, and they did not support the Dead Pair Blast, then they're paying full price.
Wow. I like that. That's pretty cool. And that was something else I forgot to mention. Chad Roberts and, hold on to your pantyhose, David Radulovich, quote unquote, will be available for coaching after both the Dead Pair Blasts on Sunday. I think they're going to try to put some scheduled times out, availability the week before and week after the shoot. So anybody that's coming in earlier wants to stay for an extra couple of days, they will be available for some coaching. but we'll have more information on that as time goes on. But
It'll be good to see Chad. I'm not going to hold my breath on the Rad
Rad Chad Roberts. Yep.
yeah, I
Rad
think
Chad Robertson. Maybe David Radulovich.
Maybe. Well, he's the problem is he doesn't know he's coming to work. If he comes to the shoot, he's going to be working, and I don't mean coaching. I mean with a camera. So I'm putting him
right now. I don't believe you.
Right now, I don't believe myself, Jake. So I'm just telling you what the game plan is. So, but no, sincerely, thank you both very, very much. Appreciate you doing this. Our message is the same each and every week. Take someone new shooting, take them to a tournament. If you're a champion for this, go to our website, click on the +1 banner through NSSF. They have ways that they're going to monetize you, some incentives for taking new people shooting. They got a lot of products, a lot of ways they're going to help you out. And of course, post those pictures up on the Dead Pair public group page on Facebook, or send them to me and I'll put them up for you if you don't have a Facebook profile. Love seeing that. People love seeing new people out shooting and meeting new people in their community. Jake, June, thank you both. Any last closing thoughts, anything?
Well, thanks for having us, Jason, and hopefully, we'll see everybody at LA Clay's and at Jake's place.
Yeah, but and I think they've both have challenged each other to visit each shoot. That was a little off air thing. I think I just made it public, so now the challenge is official.
Headed to California, June. Going.
Yes, sir.
Back to Cali.
Thanks again, everyone. Can't wait to see y'all back here next week on the Dead Pair Podcast.
We'll see you next time on the Dead Pair Podcast.
The Dead Pair Podcast is brought to you by Kolar Arms, the mark of performance, and is fueled by Fiocchi USA. The Dead Pair theme song was written, arranged, and produced by Toby Tomplay. Special thanks to the following sponsors: Atlas Traps, Ranger Performance Eyewear, Rhino Chokes, Long Range LLC, Gun and Trophy Insurance, Taconic Distillery, Score Chaser, and Clay Range Design Works.